students, welcome to politics class. Did you completed our last class works? Okay. Last class we discussed the story of Mr. and Mrs. Ansari and Om Prakash Valmiki. Now we can continue our chapter.
Equality in Indian democracy. The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal in every sense, that is, male or female, religion, caste, tribes, education and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. Means equality of all persons is recognized in democratic India. In every sense, Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. Whereas earlier there was no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment. How does this equality is recognized in the Constitution? Recognition of equality includes some of the provisions in the Constitution. Some of the provisions in the Constitution that gives the recognition of equality. Now we can look what are the provisions in the Constitution that for the recognition of equality. So first one is every person is equal before the law. All peoples are equal before the law. That is the meaning is from the president of the country or the domestic worker, every person has to obey the same laws. Every person in the country are follow the same laws. Rich or poor, male or female, there is no discrimination. All peoples are equal before the law. And the second provision is no person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, where they are male or female. In these senses, no person cannot be discriminated. Okay, no person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, male or female. Okay. And the third provision is every person has access to all public places. Every person has access to all public places. All public places means playgrounds, hotels, shops, markets, wells, roads, bathing carts, everything can be used. These publicly available things we can be used. No, every person has access to all public places. That is the third provision. Okay, then fourth, untouchability has been abolished. Through this, the making every person is equal before the law. Through this law, untouchability has been abolished. Earlier, the society divided the peoples into upper caste and lower caste people. The lower caste peoples are always removed from the society. They always go back their life. This is the and the upper caste peoples are ruling the and lower caste people. So earlier we studied story of Om Prakash. He was a Dalit person. And he was studying in the school. He sat on the floor. This type of ways the society divide the caste in the upper caste and lower caste. Then with the help through the law, untouchability is abolished. Okay, these are the 4 provisions in the Constitution for the recognition of equality. What are once more, every person is equal before the law. Then no one, second point is no person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, male or female. And the third provision is every person has access to all public places. Then fourth, untouchability has been abolished. Okay. Two ways through which the government tries to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the Constitution are through laws and through the government programs or schemes. Two ways the government tries to implement equality in the society. That is, first one is through laws. That is, example is banning untouchability. The help of laws, the untouchabilities has been abolished in the society. And the second one is the through government programs or schemes. These ways to government tries to implement the equality. Government tries to promote equality in the society. Many programs and schemes are nowadays running in our country. The government has also set up several schemes to improve the life of communities and individuals who has been treated unequally for several centuries. These schemes are to ensure greater opportunity for people who has not had this in the past. That we can say the example of in our region also we can familiar the തൊഴിലുറപ്പ് പദ്ധതി. This is a program is government give the opportunity for all peoples to promote equality. Okay, their financial upliftment of their life. These two ways through government tries to implement the equality in the society, that is through laws and through government programs or schemes. One of the familiar program is the midday meal scheme. Midday meal scheme. Now we can discuss the what is midday meal program. Government program to ensure equality. These all the government programs to tries to ensure the or promotes the equality in the society. How? As under this program, free cooked lunch is being provided to children in all government elementary schools. What is midday meal scheme? Under this program, free cooked lunch is being provided to children in all government elementary schools. First, this started in the state of Tamil Nadu. In 2001, in the state Tamil Nadu started the midday meal program. The Supreme Court asked all state government to be this program. This program had many positive impacts. Then later in our most of the states are introduced this program, midday meal program. The many students can get cooked lunch, and in our region nowadays we can see in our schools, government schools providing breakfast and lunch. And they give good food items, that's milk, egg, vegetables, rice. There are many types of food items provided in our schools. Okay, in 2001 this program started in Tamil Nadu. Okay, now we can discuss what are the positive impacts of this midday meal scheme. The first positive impact is many poor children have begun enrolling and started attending school regularly. Some many students are come to the school. Many poor children come to the school, and their daily attendance are improving. Their daily attending school. Then second positive impact is earlier children have to go home for lunch, and then they didn't return school for second shift, but now attendance has improved. Say earlier time the in our schools not provide food, that time they on the noon time they back to home, then after afternoon they didn't return to school, that time their attendance will be decreasing. But the introducing of the midday meal program, their evening, that means the second shift, attendance also improved. Then third positive impact is earlier their mothers had to interpret their work to feed their children. Now mothers could do this work in continuity. That's why earlier mothers most of the time spent in home. They want to cook food for children in the lunch time, but that time their mothers do not do their works. But after the introducing of the midday meal program, their mothers also can do works outside of the home. Then the fourth positive impact is this program reduced caste prejudices, because both the lower and upper caste children in the school eat in this meal together. What is the most of the positive impact is the lower caste and upper caste children are came to the same school and eat this meal together. And the Dalit woman has been employed. How they employed? They come to cook meal in schools or schools. The woman came and cook food. That time to reduce the caste prejudice. What is the caste prejudice? Lower caste people lower caste considered as untouchable peoples. That prejudice can be removed this midday meal program. Upper caste and lower caste children are sitting in the same room and eat together and eat same food. Okay. And the fifth positive impact is midday meal also helps to reduce the hunger of poor students. Many students do not get efficient food for their daily life. If after the introducing of this program, many children's hunger removed. Okay. This midday meal scheme play a very important role in increasing equality. Okay, but still there are many challenges to equality. What are the challenges? What we can say? Difference between the schools attending by rich and poor children respectively. That is, we can say in our private and government schools, most rich persons choose their private schools, and some poor, that means cashless persons or economic background persons are choose government schools. Here we can see the differences between the schools as per the rich and poor children. Then next, discrimination on the basis of caste still existed in the some schools. In our region we can see like this. Then some caste are considered the better and some are considered worse. The Dalit persons in the in the case story of Om Prakash Valmiki, who was a Dalit person. On the when he was studying in school, he faced caste based discrimination in his school life. Here, and the next challenge is the attitude change is very slow. Even though persons are aware that discrimination is against the law, they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of their caste, religion, disability, economic status, and because there are women. In the case of women, the daily worker women's we can take the example. If the men and women do the same work, the men get the more wage and the women get the low wage. In present in our society, this type of discrimination following. It is only when people begin to believe that no one is inferior and that every person deserves to be treated with dignity, that present continuous can change. Now we can wind up our class. What we learned today: equality in Indian democracy, that is every person is equal in our country. In a democratic country, all persons are equal. Then we discussed the recognition of equality provides some provisions in the constitution. We discussed 4 points. Then what are the ways to through government tries to implement equality, that is through laws and through the government programs or schemes. Then we discussed the midday meal program. Okay. Today our activity is find any one government scheme in our area. What does the scheme do? Whom is this scheme set up to benefit? You can write in your our politics notebook. Any program you can choose. Okay, read well, study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.